Alright, so I think this is all I'm going to need. Right here. It's the same material that I used to make the box. All I got to do is put a bend in it right here. Give myself about 3 or 4 inches. Put a bend on it so it'll come up like this. Screw 2 holes in it here for the 2 head mounts. And then bolt the switch here with the the PA circuit switch here. And the switches are still a problem, for all the lighting, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. I think I got that covered. So they'll just be in a different location, which is okay with me. So that's it. So I'm going to take this over to the wheel, and I'm going to clean up the edges a little bit. I'm going to round off the top corners. I am going to get a piece, when I'm done, I'll put a piece of vacuum line all the way around. I'll slit it and put a piece of vacuum line all the way around it to take care of any edges. Now these edges aren't sharp right now, by no means. But if you were to get pushed into it, with some force, it would probably do some damage. So I do want to put the vacuum line around it just to help with that. So let me get this started, and then we're going to end up at the other bench. All right. So here's the plate. I can put a finish on it. That's not a big deal. I sanded down the edges. I've rounded off the corners a little bit. And now I think I'm going to go about 3 inches here. Let's see what we have for a tape, for a measurement there. Let's see what I got laying around here. Come on, where's my old bench measuring tape? I don't like using the one I have over there that I use when I'm doing vinyl work, because I like to keep that one kind of clean. So I have a cruddy one for cruddy work. Oh, here it is. That usually belongs on this bench. So this is 17. So if I take off 3, or 18 rather. Okay, it's 18. If I take off 3, that'll give me 15. So that's where I'm going to go, right there. So let me get this little measuring, the little pencil. Put a mark here at 15, so I know where I'm bending it. Now let me get the square. Hey buddy, you had enough, buddy. You had enough. I get this here to make sure we get a straight line. If I bend it crooked, it's going to look crooked. Let me get the other chalk. There. Okay, so that's going to get bent there. I can bolt it down. I'll put a bend in this. I just have to go out to the truck to get an idea what kind of a bend I need. So I'll take a piece of something a little bit more flexible that I can take out there to get the bend. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the angle right here. Ignore this part and ignore this top piece. That's the angle that I need. So I have to cut this at that angle, or bend this at that angle. So right about there. And that's good. Now, I want to elevate this whole thing. Once I bolt this down, I want to elevate it approximately 5 to 6 inches. 5 inches. I measured my knuckle to my finger and it's 5 inches. Okay. So I have to elevate it about 5 inches. So I'm going to find some good material, something that's not too thick, and something that's going to hold up, and I'm going to make a little box. So I'll be back. Here's where I'm at so far. I have the HF brain, the main unit down here. This is the HF antenna tuner that works the HF with the brain. And the head unit you can't see right now, but that's down here. Then down here there's also the 400, which is a UHF VHF unit. That's also down there. And the brain for that is right here. Now I want to make it, again, as easy as possible. So I'm trying to figure out which going to be the best way. Well, naturally with the power on the outside is always going to be the best. So that's what I want to do at this point. So I'm going to take care of that with the power being on the outside, so I can change the fuse without having to lift this thing up a little bit, which isn't going to be too much of a problem. Screwing the coax in and out, however, could be a pain in the ass at times. So then I'm going to have the coax either coming through a hole, a big hole, so I can get the connectors through it, or channel out the bottom so I can put underneath it. So I figure what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in. I'll drill a hole, I'll put this in, if I can get them unscrewed. And this is like a small through wall unit, but it's not made for like walls, it's too small. But I can drill a hole through here, boom. I can put this in over here. The antenna jack from the radio will screw into the back of this. Then whenever I want to change an antenna out, I can just unscrew it from the back side. So that's what I'm getting ready to do. So I'm going to go over to the other side and get ready to do that. So I don't know what time it is. I probably won't get this finished today. They are talking a nice weekend though, surprised. What we're seeing today is supposed to be all week, so we'll see what happens. And we will see, won't we? So that's where we're at thus far. Now the little fuse box that I had will go right here, because when this is upright the other way, this will be on the passenger side just in front of the seat, so that I can just look at it and change a fuse if I have to. Right there. And the fuse box that I'm using, if a fuse blows, a little light will come on to indicate that a fuse had blown, so I don't have to go nuts trying to figure out, you know, did it blow or didn't it blow? Pull it out to find out that it's good, that type of thing. So that's where we're at. So I'm going to find out what size drill bit do I need to put this in. I don't want to go oversized. I'm going to go just about right. And that looks to be about right. That's, damn, that's close. That's a little too big. It's 3/4. I got to go a little bit smaller. I'll be right back. Alright, so meanwhile I went with a, I forgot what I went with, 5/8. It's a little snug, but it's good because I can thread it in, so I know I'm going to have a nice fit. I can tap it through if I wanted to, but I just soon just do a little threading. Tighten up on this side. Tighten up on this side. Now I have these longer if I need. There. Now I can screw this into the radio and screw this into there, and I don't have to worry about it. Now let's put the other one in. Then I'll tighten them down and put some Loctite on the back one. And I'll probably put some type of a thread lock or something, not so much in a thread lock, but an epoxy to help hold it in here so it doesn't decide to turn out on me. On me. So that's Friday, 28th. I think I'm putting but like 7 o'clock came through. That time, probably good. But is it though? That was or that basically me. I'm sure. I don't know.